We're out here at the University of Wisconsin at Holton Hall in Milwaukee, and we're setting up for our grouting technique where we're taping the faces of the brick, and then we're going to come back in and surface grout mortar over the top to match the historic profile of what we've got here. If you come in a little bit closer, you'll be able to see the profile of the mortar and the grouting technique that was used back in the 1980s. The mortar joints were removed using a specialized chisel designed by Speweik Preservation Consultants. The joints were removed to a depth of 2.5 times their width in order to comply with the Preservation Brief Number 2, repointing mortar joints in historic masonry buildings. The mortar consisted of sand, which was screened to remove all the large particles, then combined with cement, lime, and pigment to match the color of the brickwork.
More water.
Sorry?
More water.
You want more?
This is John Speweik with Speweik Preservation, and we're back here at the Downer Buildings in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we're working on a Butterjoint brickwork for repointing. The wall was repointed several days ago, and we have cleaned the wall down with a solution of vinegar and water to take the white film off the face of the brick. Now we're ready to tape the brick down and do the grouting process. Come on over here, I'll show you what the grouting process looks like that they did in the 1980s. You can see that each brick was taped, and then grout was actually placed over the top of the mortar joints, both the bed and head joints. And you can see how that is right there. And then right here is our preliminary mock-up that we did yesterday to test the color and the taping application and the feel. So we did these 4 joints to see how that was going to actually turn out. So that's it. The masons had the opportunity to practice taping prior to putting the tape on the wall. Each head joint was cut out individually using a razor.
The rest of it, or as we need it?
It's pretty stiff. You can loosen some of that up. I find it's a lot easier.
The grouting material was applied with stiff, small brushes evenly across the entire surface.
I just drop back and get the stuff that is dry. This joint is like cancer. If you let it spread to the joint, it'll dry out the joint.
We've now finished the grouting process, and you can come in and look at the close-up of what it looks like after we just pulled the tape. We just applied the water to the surface of the wall to prevent the wall from drying too quickly, so that the grout cures slowly. And you can pan down the wall here and see everything that we did. And and then the original on this side, which is a little lighter because it's not wet.